My neglectful parents always preferred my differently abled sister over me and thought I was fine with it. But on my 18th birthday, I finally snapped and ran away from home. I turned 18 yesterday. No cake, no card, not even a text message. Instead, I woke up to my parents rushing around preparing for my sister Lily's therapy appointment. Again, don't get me wrong, I love my sister. Lily has cerebral palsy and needs constant care. I've never resented her for that. What I resent is being invisible. Growing up, every milestone of mine was overshadowed. My middle school graduation, Lily had a seizure that morning, so we left early. My first piano recital after 2 years of practice, they forgot entirely because Lily's new specialist had an opening. My acceptance to State University with a partial scholarship, Mom nodded absently while reviewing Lily's medication schedule. I learned to be self-sufficient. Made my own lunches, walked myself to school, helped pay for my own clothes with a part-time job. They called me their easy child, their blessing. What they really meant was convenient. Last month, I asked if we could do something special for my 18th birthday. Just dinner, maybe a movie. Mom looked at me like I'd asked for the moon. Sweetheart, you know Lily's routine can't be disrupted. You understand, right? You always understand. I said yes because that's what I always do. Yesterday morning, I came downstairs in my best shirt, stupidly hopeful they'd remembered. Dad was on the phone coordinating Lily's new wheelchair delivery. Mom was making Lily's special breakfast, the kind that takes 45 minutes because it has to be pureed to exact consistency. I poured cereal, ate alone. Nobody noticed. At dinner, I waited. Surely someone would say something. Instead, Mom spent the entire meal discussing Lily's upcoming surgery with Dad. I sat there pushing food around my plate, invisible as always. Then Lily, my sweet sister who I genuinely love, looked at me and said in her halting speech, "Today is special." She'd remembered. My parents looked up confused. "What's special, honey?" Mom asked Lily. It's... Lily struggled with the words. "Take your time, sweetheart," Dad encouraged. "Brother's birthday," she finally said, beaming at me. The silence that followed was deafening. My parents stared at each other. Mom's face went pale. Dad checked his phone calendar like it would somehow prove this wrong. "Oh my God," Mom whispered. "Sweetie, we're so sorry. We've been so busy with Lily's appointments." "It's okay," I said automatically. The words tasted like ash. "We'll celebrate this weekend," Dad promised. "We'll do something really special." Something inside me snapped. "This weekend? You forgot my 18th birthday and think this weekend makes it okay? Do you even know what I'm doing after graduation? Where I'm going to college? What I want to study?" They stared at me blankly. "Of course we do," Mom said, but her voice wavered. "Where?" I challenged. Silence. "You don't know. You've never asked." My voice was shaking now. "When's the last time you came to one of my track meets? Saw my artwork? Asked about my friends? When's the last time you saw me at all?" "That's not fair," Dad said. "We've had to prioritize Lily's needs, and I get that. I do. But I've had needs too. I've needed parents. Not just people who provide a roof and food and tell me I'm so mature for my age because it makes them feel better about ignoring me." Without another word, I stood up and walked to my room. I'd been saving money from my job for months, originally planning to buy a car. Instead, I packed 2 bags with everything that mattered. I left a note on my bed. "I love you all, but I need to exist somewhere I'm not invisible. Don't worry about me. I'm good at taking care of myself. You made sure of that." I walked out the front door. Nobody followed. They were too busy comforting Lily, who was crying because she didn't understand why I was upset. 48 hours later, I'm at my best friend's house. My phone has 127 missed calls, 17 voicemails of my parents crying, apologizing, begging me to come home. But here's what they don't understand. I didn't run away from home. I finally ran toward a life where I mattered.